We're live. One, two, three. All right, here we go. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Jet Bar, thank you for being the first one here this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance over the road truck drivers. And shout out to my brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Let me apologize first before we go any further. If the video starts to stick, please let me know because it seems like it's sticking on my end and I don't know if it is on yours. All right. Just says SouFLo, the video is sticking. Something like that. Anyhow, big up everybody and thank you for being here. Shout out to the people who have clean hearts and wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. Yes. Shout out to you. Hear me. Here we are this morning and we got a lot to talk about. Well, we're going to start off by bigging up some people that came in pretty early this morning. You know how we do already. So Jet Bar, again, thank you for being the first one here this morning. Dainty D is here. Audrey Minot is here. June O'Brien is here. Audemars Chizzy is here. Darlene Walter Riley, thank you for being here. Krager Bailey, thank you for being here. Marie B. Sandra Clark. Seymour Bennett. Marcia Maynard, thank you for being here. Doc65. Luke Sargent, thank you for being here. King Biggs in the building, morning fam. And Nadine Linton, thank you for being here. Rika Lou, good morning. And Vance Janke, good morning. If I didn't call your name out, you already know what time it is. Miss Goldie Robinson, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Mellow Beth and BLF TV. Good morning, BLF TV. Thank you for being here. Shout out to BLF TV, right? At Twiggy876, good morning. And Fallon Carrington, good morning to you and your house as well. All right. I don't know if y'all saw the news. Buju Banton's daughter, Abigail Myrie, got baptized. Abigail, who we were waiting to hear about her whereabouts, right? Because the last time it was like police said she was supposed to come and report to them. Steve, right? I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. So here's the backstory for Buju Banton's daughter. Buju Banton's daughter, Abigail Myrie, the model, she was in a scuffle. She took it to social media. So I'm not talking stuff I don't know. It's stuff everybody knows. And she accused her dad, which is Buju Banton, of trying to kill her, along with her sister, which is also a politician in Jamaica. A lot of people were saying, well, where is she? You know, including law enforcement was saying Abigail needs to come forward, let them see her because she is now on the missing persons list. A series of updates were put forward to the public through an attorney. It was through two different attorneys, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. And the attorneys basically said she's all right, she's behind the scenes. The next attorney said she will come out when she feels safe. Right now, she's not feeling safe, so she's staying in hiding. I was wondering where this is because that's how I do the stories over here on SouFLoTV. We do a story, but we do updates. So I'm wondering where she's at. Did she ever show up? The police said she still had not shown up. She said she'll show up when she's ready, when she feels safe. We had a discussion about that. Lo and behold, Abigail shows up, baptized. I kind of saw something out there where she had a fight with one of her brother. I believe it was Jazeel, and it was alleged that she cropped up Jazeel's face. That was a few days ago, probably about a week ago. I'm not sure if that was true. I know what she put out on social media. We snatched it from her social media, so we had that. Anyhow, it turns out she's safe. So here's Abigail, and Jamaica Observer have it, but I also have the actual video clips of her. So it's the same pictures and everything. And here she is being baptized. And she shows up like this out of nowhere. You know, some people were remember she showed the scar on her neck. A lot of people are saying that scar don't mean nothing. It's probably not even her neck and all this other stuff. So the girl went into hiding. She was allegedly afraid. I'm going to read the little article for you guys and then we're going to talk more. We're also going to talk this morning. I didn't do the Jamaicans getting deported from the UK on the 10th of November. I didn't go too deep into that yesterday and I won't today. I'll just send a message. I want those deportees to hear something and other deportees as well, right? And then we're going to talk about the man. Remember I told you about a video that I saw. I put the video in the chat room, and for those of you who are asking how can you get in the chat room, that's why I was telling y'all when I started it to get in the chat room now. The chat room is now full. WhatsApp only allows us a certain number of people in the chat room. I believe it's 275. And after that, you can't put anybody else in unless you take someone out, right? So the chat room is pretty full, but I did put the video in there the same week when this whole thing went down with Kevin Smith and his church organization and the sacrifice thing and everything. A brother was seen drinking blood from the head of a goat. So they had freshly slaughtered a goat, cut the head off, and he was sucking the blood out the head of the goat, right? And this was in Jamaica. Remember I said bleach out boy with braids and holy tattoo. Now I have holy tattoo, can't really say nothing. But the way he was sucking the blood out the goat head, well, he was murdered in Jamaica yesterday, day before yesterday. So we're going to talk about that. All right. Y'all going to stop playing with the true and living God. That's a fact. We're going to talk about that. And then, of course, I want to send a little message out to Mr. Right Honorable Andrew Holness. Hopefully he sees this because, you know, he's overseas right now traveling and this whole climate change conference thing that they're going through. We're going to talk about that as well. So let's start out with Abigail and let's blast her story to the world real quick. This is Buju Banton's daughter. Apparently, she's doing fine. Buju has been extremely silent since this whole thing went down with his daughter, right? I mean, he was very vocal recently, and then he went silent. Anyhow, his choice. Abigail Mary, daughter of Buju Banton, is now walking the straight and narrow. The aspiring model got baptized yesterday. The 21-year-old shared photos from her plunge on her Instagram account with a lengthy caption. In it, she noted that the decision comes after thorough reflection and some sacrifice. Today was one of the best days of my life, she said. It has truly been an experience, one for the books. I am happy that I was able to document it all. I fought, learned, faced public humiliation, cried, got back up, listened, and trusted God, all in the name of Christ, she wrote. And now I am home. It was rough. I won't lie. I lost a lot of friends and family along the way, some that truly came to a surprise, but I had to lose. I couldn't go forward with them. I wouldn't be able to fulfill my purpose and share this testimony with you all. I've been my most vulnerable self, stripped of all my layers, both physically and emotionally, in order to gain what has been so much more fulfilling. It was all worth it. I am better, stronger, much wiser, and I'm proudly able to say that I am truly a child of God. And thank you to everyone who fought silently with me, she added. The baptism comes weeks after controversy surrounding what she had described as alleged physical abuse from unnamed relatives. It didn't say unnamed relatives, fam. We covered that. But this is how Jamaica news media plays with stuff, right? Them know Buju lawyer up and Buju is big name, so them better talk about unnamed relatives. No, she said her father and her sister were trying to kill her. Her father we know as Buju Banton. But them restyle it, repackage it, and give it back to us now in unnamed relatives. The baptism comes weeks after controversy surrounding what she had described as alleged physical abuse from unnamed relatives. On October 12th, the Jamaica Constabulary Force also listed her as a missing person. October 12th. Today is November 2nd. That's only, and she made that kind of a drastic change and revelation and all this stuff. But 21 and 20 years old is a hell of a time in your life, you know. Anyhow, the Jamaica Observer contacted her lawyer, who is Aisha Robb, yesterday to ascertain whether Myrie had presented herself to the police to be struck from the missing log. However, Robb declined to say. So even her lawyer, after the Observer contacted them, as the Observer is saying here in print, did she go to the police yet? Because they want to see her to make sure here she is physically, she's not harmed, she's okay. Take her off the missing persons list. The lawyer now won't even say that. Abigail Myrie came to prominence in June of 2020 as one of 13 people that were featured in a Vogue article about the Vogue Challenge, a tribute to the Black Lives Matter movement originating on TikTok. The challenge showcased the talent of Black creators, and Myrie's 3 photos with her caption, "Because we're manifesting it," created quite a stir. She was later featured on ABC's Good Morning America. For that, enough of them things that we don't know. So she's out there in the world on her own, making her own strides, right? Abigail Myrie is also sister to Jamaica Labour Party caretaker Jody Ann Myrie, the sister who she said was trying to kill her with Buju, and producer Marcus Myrie, which I also told you about. So there you have it. Abigail is baptized and baptized. You know, when trouble take you, run go all kind of places. You know, some of the times you run to church. You know, I don't know. I don't want to be too judgmental. I hope that good things come out of this for her and her family. And like I said before, I won't say too much about Buju being silent because if I was his attorney, I would have told him to not say anything as well. It was pretty damning and damaging the way that was going. I would never want to see it go all the way. That's all. We hope for the best for them and we want them to work out their family issues. If the young lady was being abused, then we were hoping that that would come to light. And if she want justice, then justice be done. Or take away yourself. If you're in a position to take away yourself, don't stay in the situation and keep crying about it. You know what I mean? Your parents owe you something, but only to a certain point in life. After that, whether you like it or not, you're pretty much out there on your own. You better hope you have parents that can still or are still interested in caring for you into your adult stages of life. Because parents really and truly can actually say, listen, I brought you here, especially good parents. I brought you here. I invested in you. I did my duties. You're an adult now. Bye. Go out into the world and adult. Yes. And I don't need all this drama around me to tear down all the things that I've built over the years and blah, blah, blah. If you're going to drag our family issues into public space, it can tear down everything. I think Abigail sat and family members sat with her and they had a really big talk. Abigail, I know you're upset right now, but understand what you're doing. Understand where this is going. Buju is your father, right? Okay. Even if you're upset with him, please understand that a lot is riding on just him, that person. He's the spearhead. He's the foundation. You don't want to tear the whole foundation down for a moment of madness or anything like that. You know, somebody said something and she reflected. Well, anyways, a better picture is right here, straight off of her social media page, and there's the other one right there, and that's Abigail Myrie, Buju Banton's daughter, getting baptized. So she's gone to the church now. Congratulations to Abigail Myrie on her baptism. The comments over here have a lot of support for her. Congratulations on one more crown added to the kingdom. Somebody says, it don't sound like our headspace too right, you know. So I'm not sure if counseling run before. Another person said, congratulations on the best decision you've ever made. Honor the Lord, walk with him, and he will direct your path. Another person says, she looks free. She has this glow. Happy like picnic on weekend. And another person says, heaven rejoices and welcomes you. Next person says, she needs Jesus, yes. And the next person said, baby girl, you have chosen the right path. Read your Bible and get to know God for yourself and pray daily. That's how we talk to him. Stay around positive people. Trust God in all that you do and lean on him for everything, and you will be fine. Good girl. All right. One more second. Do y'all feel like this is some kind of a PR stunt, or is this her real life unfolding before our eyes? Remember, I know for those of us who stayed close, I've been a big Buju Banton fan from way back when. Like, if from way back when. And I'm one of the people who can actually really say that Buju's music brought me through a lot in life as well. I used to lean on Buju and Sizzler. Those were my foundation as far as music goes. Buju, Sizzler, and Bob Marley, yes. But in more into my time, Buju and Sizzler, right? I think I told y'all this story before. I remember I was in the army and there was this captain, Caucasian guy. You could tell he really didn't like people of my kind, right? So I'm in there, I'm doing my thing. And I remember I was on deployment. Now you're vulnerable on deployment, especially as an infantry soldier, because we do all the frontline stuff, right? If the door got to be kicked in, if traffic got to be directed out in sector, if anything got to happen combat wise, that's us, infantry. So you can easily end up in somebody's crosshairs and be scratched off the list as a fracture side or something. I was always very paranoid of that. What if these bring me over here to kill me? The way how he was towards me, it was like, I think the man here have it in for me. And I remember singing to myself over and over and over, they can't keep a good man down. Always keep a smile when they want me to frown. I take the vibes and I stood my ground. They will never ever take my crown. Who Jah bless, I said, no man curse. I know, and I keep these are the things that kept me sane in those times. So music has always been powerful to me. Buju is one of them for me. In his personal life, though, I can't speak on that. You know, I'm on music, you don't know the man, right? And like his son said in the past, we see him as Buju, but that's their father. And he been there the whole time, so he knows different. All in all, I wish them all the best. Still, don't want to drag out them business anymore because they're seeming now to have gotten it together. Listen, take this out of public space. Let's go deal with this. There's no mention, though, update of her and her father, reconciliation. There's no pictures together of them hugging and him saying, I'm sorry, Abigail, or she saying, I'm sorry, Daddy. There's no mention of any of that. But I guess they want to keep the crowd speculating. That kind of adds some kind of mysticism to the thing. You know, I wonder what's going on with them. So if she drops a project right now, everybody's gonna go look at it because you're like, well, the last time we heard about Abigail is Daddy was strangling me and rah rah rah. So then she got baptized. Like a couple of weeks later, somebody said the choke sent her got church. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man, she looked free and at peace with herself. Whosoever Jehovah freeth is free indeed. Well, looks can be a hell of a thing. And there are a lot of good actors out there. I'm just saying, that's how I talk. I like to put my foot in all other shoes. I like to look at things from all different angles. I don't want to be like anybody else. I don't want to be the person who sees only what everybody else sees and can't see nothing else and all that. That's not my purpose. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not trying to make myself be that. So when I talk, if you listen, I kind of talk on both sides. You know, some people who don't understand this type of argument, they say stuff like, "Man, you talk with a double tongue or something. You flip flop." It's not flip flopping. It's trying to see things from all angles. Yeah, it's different on this side than it is on that side. That kind of thing. Shellyan Blake. Good morning, Shellyan. I appreciate you being here and thank you so much. Shellyan says, good morning, SouFLo and the family, and thanks for always keeping us well informed. I appreciate you greatly and thank you for your time. You could be anywhere else, but you're here with us. That's fire. All right. Big up to her. I don't know. I asked a question and I don't see too many comments. Okay, Buju can't say a jacket. She look, yes, Max Romy. Listen up, brother. When you look at the girl in a splitting image of her father, definitely can't say it's a jacket. at all. Sonia Unstoppable says, glad to see you on. I logged on earlier and didn't see you. Blessings to you and the family for a wonderful day. Yes, Sonia, we kind of switched the time up from 6 o'clock to like 6:30, 6:40. I realized that more people are up then. You know, we tweak it a little bit, make some adjustments. More people are up and it's easier for them to get to it. We come on at 6 in the morning, enough people don't wake up yet and those kind of things. And then by the time they wake up and they're getting ready for work and they're tuning in, it's like past halfway through the show, you know? So we are able to do better now with this time change. So I appreciate you for still being here. She looks free. I hope she is free. I hope all things are working out for her. Tamika Pearson says, let's talk about her in a year's time. Right now, I don't know what to say about it. I agree. I agree. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of us go past certain age groups or certain time periods, and then we forget what it was like to be that. This is what helps you to be able to relate to the younger generation. If you can still remember, recall, don't try to hide your experiences and stuff, right? So you're able to relate to them. Because at 21, if you remember at 21 years old, for those of us who are way past 21, if you remember at 21 years old, you are confused as ever, but you thought you had it all figured out. Remember? You were confused, but you thought you had it all. Anybody in here can tell me about at 21, I had it all figured out. At 21, I was accomplished. At 21, no, you weren't. It was one of the most confusing time periods in your life. This is like your step into adulthood. You know, when you walk into a strange room that you thought you were going to know what was in that room and who was in it, and you step in there, that was you stepping into life at 21. You're like, because 17, 18, 19, you're building up and you're like, yeah, me a big man now. Can this? And when 2021 hit and you're like, rotted. Okay. But you still put on a brave face. You still, nobody couldn't tell you nothing because now this is your ignorant stage. Yeah. You're ignorant to so many things. And let's not forget, the frontal lobe is not fully developed still at 20. Matter of fact, it's far from developed at 21 because you still scientifically proven you still need another 4 to 5 years for that frontal lobe to be considered fully developed. And that is the part of the brain that deals with higher decision making and rational thinking. So when you see some people 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and they're like here, there, and everywhere, and 1 minute they're baptized, the next minute they're back out in the world, the next minute they're doing this, the next minute they're doing that, they can't tell me nothing, I know everything, shut up, and that kind of, it's scientifically proven to be that, the frontal lobe of the brain. They're still going through development. They may look like an adult, a young adult, but right here ain't developed yet. So in her case, she's 21. She's still young. She's still at the place in life where, not by her own doing, that's how nature is, right? She hasn't fully developed yet in her frontal lobe. And with that said, she's going to go through her experiences. She's going to go through her changes. Some of her changes might look erratic, radical, you know, and that kind of stuff, but she's living her life. It's kind of hard to live your life out in a public space, though, especially when you come from somebody who is so popular, so known. Like Buju is popular, known. I don't think and there's anybody that don't know Buju Banton through his music. But when they look at her, they can see that's Buju's child. And they're expecting a certain thing, like she can't have her own life. She has to walk in her father's life. And she has to try to find her way, though, in real life. You know, people have your life planned out for you already. And people always have the best ideas for your life. All when for them life mash up, you know, and are crumbling up behind the scenes. And they can't put anything together in their own life. They have all the bright, grand ideas for your life, right? She'll have to go through all that. So I wish her all the best. In truth, I wish her all the best. I hope that they sort out their family matters, and I hope she has chosen this path for the right reasons. I hope so as well. I hope so as well. Now, with that said, morning, Cynthia. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Giovanni says 21 years old. I'm thinking of what time my last class ends and what outfit wait there and what outfit I'm wearing to my Friday and Saturday night party. 47 years later, and I'm doing good. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? At 21, I never know me head from me from my foot. Let them tell it. I love this. This is why I love morning thoughts. Let them tell it because I can read these comments and people can relate because we deal with reality. Me now look upon no 21-year-old and say, go out there and figure it out and you've got it all figured out. No, they don't. No, it is the most confusing time in your life. Everybody expects you to adult when you don't even barely know how to adult. Yeah. So things get pressureful now. Responsibilities start pile up on your head now, and these kind of things. You're like, damn, that's how my first paycheck go. But I only bought like this all I got left, and now because I get paid every 2 weeks, I gotta wait for another 2 weeks to get paid again, and it's rough. It's rough. I was paying my own bills at that age, and it was rough. It was, you know how mommy used to say, turn off the light them when you're leaving the house, or if you don't, if it's middle daylight, open the windows, use the sunlight, stop using the electricity, cause this bill is killing me. Why you not washing the plate them or letting the water just run? So you go water down the whole of Africa before you wash the 2 plate and 1 cup. She was complaining because that light bill and that water bill did a kill her. But we didn't understand because we weren't paying the bills. And you're 21 and you're like, you know what? I wish I talk to. Tell her here, man. She nicey and naggy. Feel like a water and like a light. Yeah. Until you had to pay that light bill and that water bill, and then paychecks just weren't looking right because you're not accomplished at 21. You don't have no big degree and no big salary at 21. And where bills, you can pay your bills and you have hundreds or thousands of dollars left after you pay the bills. That's not how it goes at 21. So you're struggling now. Now you realize, damn, you know what? I prefer light a candle. After seeing that last phone bill, that last bill, it took away like almost my whole paycheck. I prefer to light a candle. You know what it means now, huh? To open that window now. Open up the window, them let in some breeze, cool down the place, turn off the AC, and get the sunlight from outside instead of turning on these doggone lights in the middle of the day. It means something totally different. You just stepped into adulthood just now. Now, so you're pressured. A whole heap of pressure from a whole heap of different side. See? And I say these things because I know there are people out there right now. Some of you are on here and you're pressuring the daylights out of your teens and your early 20s children. They don't have it figured out. All when them are one like it, they don't have it figured out. The only thing I don't accept is disrespect. So if you hit a certain age and you're still in your parents' house, should be no disrespect. Meaning you still hold manners and respect to your parents. Yes, it's still their roof. You're still under their roof. You still can't flex your muscles yet. I understand that you're getting up in age, but you still can't flex your muscles yet because this is not your space still. So it's still kind of like this, and this should be a motivation to get yourself together and get out and get your own. Because now you're feeling uncomfortable. Now you want to flex because here, come on your face now. You're 6 feet tall now. You feel like you want to answer back. You have a little bass in your voice now. You know, you feel like you want a roll voice in your answer back. Wrong move. Wrong move. On that end, you should be appreciative at all times that you're still here. Enough people make them children fly the nest at 17 plus. Yep. I used to hear them tell them, you turn 18 next year, and so make sure you have some place to go because you can't stay in here after you turn 18. I've heard that over and over and over, like throughout my whole growing up. You know? So if they make you still stay there, you have your little job, bust down one of the bills. It's nothing. Mommy, I'm still here, don't have my own place or anything. I'm 19, I'm 20, whatever. I'm working. I'm not making much, you already know that, but I'm working to my way up to get better. You have a little job and you go to school and these kind of things. Bust down one of the bills. Let me take over the light bill, mom or dad, or mom and dad, whatever you have. Let me take over the light bill, or let me take over the, I was gonna say phone bill. Cause me come from a time when the phone, but I remember the phone them that was on the wall And anytime somebody call your house, your mom would answer that phone first, hello. And somebody say, hello, may I speak to Devin, please? And she's like, who is this calling? Devin, my mother used to be like, when girl calls, she'll say, you don't have any manners. No, nobody didn't teach you to say good evening. You just call and just ask for him like that. And them have to say, and I used to have to warn them before they call. So the phone had a long cord, and that long cord went from the kitchen wall all the way around the corner, down the hall, into your room. So you'd have to take it and stretch it and gone way around your room. But I come from that time period, see? So, but yeah, you're in mommy's house and daddy's house, man. You still respect what it is. Even if the rules are tight, it's what it is. You were fine before you turned 18 and 19 and 20, so nothing didn't change. It's still the same thing, right? Still the same thing. Yeah, and they used to listen in on your phone call, right? Tell you they used to press the mute button, and I didn't know that. But up on the phone with my girlfriend, I thought about, yeah, I love you, babes. Love you too. Yes, and give me a kiss. I'll be here. Hey, I want you to come on for the phone. Sean, come here. One more didn't play. She was like, you start having sex yet? Someone on the phone talking about love you, babes, and love you too, and give me a kiss. All this. I'm like, Jesus Christ, she can't hear me. How can she hear me? How? Me I try to figure out how she can't hear me because we never know about the mute button and all them something that. When I found out, I made sure I told everybody else. I said, be careful on your phone calls, son, because your mom could hit that mute button and listen. My mom used to hit the mute button and lay down in our bed, spread out. So hey, me here, hey, from around there, so. But I'm thinking it don't have nothing to do with my conversation. It had everything to do with my with my conversation. Fun times, fun times. Yeah, man, we wish them all the best. Yes, the long card. You remember? Remember the long card, Kamika? The card long, so tail go way around, so. And there's one phone in the house. Everybody use the one phone. You used to tell your siblings, get off the phone, man, because my friend's supposed to call me at 8 o'clock. You've been on the phone since 7:30. Jeez. Let other people get a call. And when you're up on the phone, you're not here. You're talking and you hear, boop, 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 boop. It mean another call is coming in. And you could have the three-way call and all these things. Yo, fun times. At 21, I still have to come home at 8 p.m. Yes. Yes. Of course. The rules are the rules, and you turn 21, don't change nothing. It's the rules until you get your own. That's how I was raised. Until you get your own space, what the rules are in here from your yai did there, your knee, it's still the same rules. Nothing change. Nothing don't change. You can't take up nothing in here and move it. If I say don't move it, you can't just waltz in here at any hours of the night. You damn sure can't have no friends come sleep in a bed round ya and all that. Yo, my people are strict. If you are married, you can't bring no partner in here. You have girlfriend, good for you. She stay right out there in our living room. Yeah, you can't even go in the bedroom. That kind of thing. So, so that was it. My mom didn't even go as far as to say, oh, you could go in the bedroom, but keep the bedroom door open. We had girls in the house when she wasn't there, but when she did that, everybody staying at the living room. Nobody go in no bedroom. Bedroom is for sleeping and the other thing that which you are not permitted to do in this house. All right. Matter of fact, I don't want you doing that until you're married. Even though we were doing it, but so you keep up the same, respect them. Yo, before call wait till a pure warriors phone a ring, busy, beep, beep, beep. You remember that? Mr. Thank God for cell phone because cell phone solved a lot of things. Cell phone solved a lot of things. Anyhow, on the whole, Mark Marion Buju Banton thing, and his daughter thing, big up to her, man. Big up to her. This is her decision now in her life. Whatever mistakes come from it, she'll learn as well. It'll be a learning process for her. She's learning and she's growing, and we're watching her grow, right? We're watching her grow. I remember when Buju came home and the way she jumped on him and the way she hugged him up. I think she said, "Yes, you came back to me," or something like that. That thing kind of like broke my heart. Right, look how big she got in all the time space he was gone. So I wish them all the best. Ain't nothing like a father's love for his daughter. A father that truly loves and cares for his daughter. Ain't nothing like that. The relationship is a different kind of relationship. You know, I look at my daughters now and I'm like, after me done change nappy or diapers, and well, I don't really change them diaper. I don't like to do it. I do it every once in a while when I don't have a choice to do it. But I prefer for their moms to do that part. So when I look at my daughters and I'm like, I didn't even want to change her diapers, right? That's how much respect I wanted to give her as a female. It's her body. Let your mom do that. So to raise her and invest all my whatever I'm investing in her, and then see some boy come step across my lawn when I know that his intention, because she don't wear diaper no more, now she have on panty. And in this, so you want go. When I wouldn't even clean her up as daddy, I say, yeah, man, I know me drop kick somebody on my front lawn, or it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on and popping. Cause my daughters ain't going out like that, and I'm not letting them go out like that. God give me strength and keep me here to watch them grow. This all I wish for. Yeah, like my grandmother used to say, God just helped me to live long enough, a healthy long life to see my children pass the worst. That's all I'm wishing for as well. Just to see them pass the worst. Cause I'm sure me I stay limber and everything because I know the drop kick is coming. I know it's coming. And if she drag any bugo yaga boy come on me yard, because you can instill all you want to instill in them. You can raise them all the rights, cross all the T's, dot all the I's. When them go out there and them start say, oh, the heart wants what the heart wants. And I just want D bull or D block or one of them name there and one of them youth there. And you could know, you could tell that little bastard ain't no good for your daughter because you've been that age and you see the flex already. And yeah, try pull her away and she just I get closer and closer. Yeah, pull her, she I get closer and closer. But dad, I love him. Yeah, it's gonna be some covert operations going on. Some covert operations going on. How do you disappear? How come he don't show up anymore? Why doesn't he go to the same school anymore? How come he doesn't call us anymore? You know, I don't play about my kids. Let me tell you something. My son was getting bullied, right? And I don't know if I told you all this before. My son was getting bullied. So I said, you know, I noticed he kept coming home from school all sad. So I pulled him up. I said, Kosi, what happened? Why are you, you know, every day you come home, you look depressed when you're supposed to look, because most of the kids on his football team goes to his school. So, and I heard the teachers talk and they're like, yo, those guys are a riot. They're known as the football guys, right? So he lived in jock life early. And then suddenly his whole demeanor just switched. Come to find out there was this one big kid that started picking on him for no reason. So I said, why didn't I was angry at first because I'm like, why didn't you tell me this? Why are you subjecting yourself to this on a daily basis? You're not one of those kids that don't have a father here or don't have anybody that care about you. Come and speak, man. So he was like, okay, dad, so this is what was going on. Listen, the next day I went to his school, right? And I didn't say nothing. I picked him up from school. And as I'm driving off the school property, I said, I want you to show me the kid that you're talking about. Funny enough, by the time we got down the street from the school, the kid was on a bicycle with other kids on a bicycle. So my son goes, that's him right there. I said, him right there? Mark him good, right? You sure that's him? Because I don't want to pull up on the wrong person. Yes, dad, that's him. I see him every day. He'll do stuff like stand in front of him when he's trying to go to another class and say stuff to him, get up in his face and stuff. And he's not fighting back, right? Because he's just big and he's just soft. And he's not fighting back. Pissed me off. I followed this kid down the street. Real talk, followed him down the street. Wait till he crossed the light and he got into a quiet neighborhood, right? And then I hit gas. Then pull up on him, bam, and just jumped out. And I jumped out and I was like, you know this kid? Put the window down, Kosi. Put your head out so he can see you. You know this kid? And hear him, hear him. No, I don't know him. I don't know him. I say, yeah, you do. You know him, Kosi. Do you know him? Kosi goes, yes, I do, Dad. That's the guy that's always messing with me every day, every single day. I said, okay, listen, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear anything else from you. You see this kid? You see, when you see him, act like you don't see him. And I'm only going to tell you this one time. The next time you see me, it's not going to be like this. And if you get your parents out here, we can handle it that way as well. Guess what happened to the kid? No longer goes to the school. Switch schools. He didn't go home and tell his parents because he knows he was going to school doing wrong, right? Your parents didn't send you to school to bully other people's children. They sent you to school to learn. They sent you to school to mix with your peers. They sent you to school to learn how to assimilate into society as a normal person instead of being a damn predator. But you're practicing your predatory behaviors on my child. I'm crazy as batshit as well. So for him that didn't tell you that he got a daddy that is not too right sometimes, good for you. Don't come back. Don't say nothing. Don't say anything to him. Don't look at him. If you see him look up like this, look around, look the next way, the kid don't go to the school no more. He literally switched schools like instantly. So you got to be there for them like that. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, it's going to be worse when it comes to my girls. I'm sure somebody will get off the front lawn. You're not around here. You're going to have to come correct, like how we had to come correct back in the day. I had to go through an interview back in the day just to speak to my girlfriend over the phone because she had a Jamaican father. She had an American mom, but she had a Jamaican father, right? I had to go through. Yes. So what's your name now? Okay. And where do you live? So how do you know my daughter? Yes. Yeah, man. Okay. All right. So what are your intentions for my daughter? We had to do that. Nowadays, them not do that at all. Before you find out say your daughter have boyfriend, this is like her 6th boyfriend. Before you find out say your son have girlfriend, this is like his 10th girlfriend. They just switching partners and doing all kind of things. I'm gonna be very present. Very present. See? And better switch school, yeah. Yeah, man, I tell you, Empress strong. Listen, when I say I don't play about minds, man, I don't. Just say the word. I don't. Blink wrong like this. I'm all over it. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If my mom talk too hard around my kids, okay, everybody come on in the vehicle. Let's go. Don't raise your voice. Don't do nothing because you triggering me. You bringing me back to a place when I was a kid and I didn't have any control over how when you used to get loud in the house and carry on. Don't do that to my kids. Just so nobody gets a pass when it comes to my children. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Right? All right. So with that said, moving right along to our next topic now. Let's just put out a little message. Yesterday, I put this in the headlines and I didn't beat it down enough. I just barely mentioned it in a long show. We're going to keep the show a bit shorter this morning, hopefully. But the UK is set to send another set of deportees to Jamaica come November 10th. Today is the 2nd. So in 8 more days, another plane load is going to be landing of people that the UK does not want in their country anymore. Y'all already know my stance on this, right? I feel sorry for the people because some people come from some serious conditions and they're really like running, trying to find better anywhere. They go to other islands, they go to other first world countries, they go anywhere else but where they're at. It's seen as something might happen for them there. I feel sorry for those people, especially when they've been living in other people's countries for a year. It's not easy if you live illegal enough for years under the table, you can't establish yourself in a certain way and all that. And they're not there committing any crimes. They're not that type of person. Them people that I really feel sorry for. But at the end of the day, the law is the law, and if them catch you. And then how they do stuff has nothing to do with my opinion. I can feel like they should give you a chance all I want to, but we know they're going to deport you. Now, for the Bogo Yaga idiot one, them that always going over and making everybody else look bad, that's why I want you to understand that this is why they treat everybody else the same. This is why they try to put all of us in one basket, in one bag, in one bucket, right? Because for those people, especially those who left as adults and brought the worst of themselves with them, just like Buju did say in the song, send him back Uncle Sam, cause him dead on a ramp. Enough youth out here want landing at the camp, right? Enough youth out here want dropping at the camp because they will make better use of the opportunities. You get it and look what you are doing it. So with that said, plane coming back again. We've heard these stories over and over. The planes are not going to stop coming. UK is not going to stop deporting Jamaicans. The US is not going to stop deporting Jamaicans. Other places aren't going to stop deporting you once them find you and you're there illegally under conditions that are deportable, or you're there committing crime and causing mayhem. I'm going to say it like this. All is not lost. All right? All is not lost, especially to those of you who left as adults. All is not lost. Jamaica is your place. As long as your life isn't in danger, as in you didn't mix up in some things and gunman want your head, and then you're in a whole different world that I can't speak of, right? You took up certain life on your own, then you're going to have to deal with the consequences. I don't speak, you know why I don't speak on Batman business? Because I understand street culture. And I understand that street law is street laws. You can't mix street laws with those of us who are law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. If you do something to me, I'm calling the police. I work with law enforcement. Police and soldier is my thing that I am that kind of a person. And I say it out plain and clear with nothing. Don't think I'm going to go get no gang and we're going to come throw up no gang sign and shoot up. No, that's not how it's going to go, right? But for those of you who choose to live that life, then you already know the rules that come with that life. So you subject yourself to that. That is on you. No tears shed from me on my path. That is on you, right? Here what? When them drop your back a yard this time, if you know mix up in a them something there, and it's just run off and you come back now, don't put no shame in your eyes. It happened. You try that thing, it never work out. Unless you're one of those who they throw a stone behind you, even though you're not straight. Because some people do that, you know. They know damn well they're not straight over there, but them fling stone behind them anyway. Start twang early, too early, and start diss up anybody else who come from around and say, move and go and fly out. You're still there, they are struggling and everything, and next thing you on one of them planes coming back, then you have to be one of them people there that be coming through the airport like this. And that me. Jamaica, my place. Me not been ever. Now, I could go through the airport like this all day. Hi, everybody. We just land, kiss the ground and get up. Me not throw no stone behind me. I have to come back to the airport like this. One hand, let me get space so I can switch for me. I go, hurry up now, lead me. Don't do it. But for those of y'all who are coming back, man, you're not coming back to no adverse conditions. It's a start. It's a new start. All right? Forget the whole deportee thing. We're full up of deportees now. There shouldn't even be a stigma anymore on deportees because almost half of Jamaican population, it should be, I'm over-exaggerating, but almost half of Jamaican population should be deportees at this point. The amount of people that have been deported to Jamaica at one point or another between just the UK and the US alone, right? So now it should be about, okay, you try a thing, it never work. You're back in your place now. Refocus, revamp yourself. I'm telling you, the older I'm getting, the more I move around Jamaica, is the more I'm realizing, like somebody said the other day, you go and like say foreigner, everything, and everybody wants to come there. Remember? And I said, no, I don't. Because I know a lot of Jamaicans that don't want to go anywhere else. That can be you too. But those are prosperous Jamaicans. But you can prosper too. A lot of them came from nothing. Nobody gave them no silver spoon. Nobody paid the way for them. Them butter until they make it. But they had the mindset that they were going to make it. You understand? You can't just sit down and talk about something now, nothing now, go on for me. And I got to make something happen, but we don't know what. No, you have to get up and try a thing. You have to plan it. And then you have to plan it some more, and then you have to pray about it, think about it, plan it, put your plan in action, stick to it, and work it through. Work through the hard parts, work through the disappointments, work through the no's, Work through the we don't want you around here, the rejections. Work through it all. Work through it all. Bear that cross. And I'm telling you, you'll be okay on the other end in time to come. There's a brother that told a great story how he got deported, right? And when he got back to Jamaica, guess what he had? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But what did he do? Work all about the place, save up his little money. First thing he bought was a little yang yang. He said to himself now, say, all right, I can start deliver things for people in the corporate area, run errands, right? Whether it's go pick up lunch, drop off lunch, bring this package over to that business from this business, whatever, a courier. He started a courier service with him, one little yang yang. He went from that, his business started booming so much that he hired others with other yang yang. So now you have a company that does courier services all throughout that area. And this is a guy that got deported. And he would have never thought of that to open a company or start a company like that when he was in the US before he got deported. So it's a start over. It's a fresh start. Refocus. And you got this. All right. And that positive message I have for them this morning, it's got to be depressing because some of them pass out when they're getting deported, Some of them literally have a total meltdown, a psychological breakdown and everything when they're getting deported because they're thinking of the worst, right? Especially if they've been in the UK for a long time. They're thinking of the worst of the worst. You're leaving behind family and friends. It's been a while since you went back to the Rock. You don't really know too much people back there anymore. You lost contact with all who was close with you. It's got to be terrifying. It's got to be terrifying. But you can make it. You can make it, right? Enough people there in Jamaica making it and living lovely too. May I tell you, when I drive through Jamaica, man, all different parts of Jamaica, when I drive through, my heart bursts with pride because to see how the place built up and to see how people are thriving in their own environment. You know what I'm saying? They're not begging you nothing and they're not begging you to send them nothing or carry them go nowhere or nothing like that. They're doing it right there. So you can be one of those as well. Not true? All right. True SouFLo, them can make it. Yes, man, they can. They can. Now, I know you might have to go skip and dolly around some gunshot depending on what area you come from, but you can make it. You can make it. Come out of that area there so you don't get mixed up back in a foolishness. I don't know, but you can make it. It's choices. Choices. Hard work and determination, and like we say in the military, elbow grease. Put your shoulders to the wheel and get it in. Terrifying for real for those deportees. Sad. Yes, very. Listen, could you imagine you haven't been back? So you run off at 19. Auntie say, come over at 17. You come over, okay? You don't reach 18 yet. You go over, right? And go do vacation. And them talk you into running away. Enough Jamaican family do this, They talk you into, we you go back to Jamaica for nothing now go on there for your stay, might as well stay. And we will work with you to get your paperwork straight. And they stay past the day they were supposed to return back home, and everything is nice with your family for about the first month you're there. And then big arguments start. Listen, you're gonna have to pull your own weight around here, Yeah, nobody now give nothing for free. This is foreign. Enough opportunity there. You're gonna and you're like, backside, but me just come. Then them start share out dinner for you. And you will get the one dumpling, no meat, just gravy. Like you're there, the Ark or Kevin Smith Ark, where them pay 100 grand to go eat dumpling and mackerel gravy for 30 days straight and all this. Nobody in the house not talking to you no more and these kind of things. All within the first month of being there. And at them encourage you for run off. Yeah, man, come on, man, we have you. So the thing get real and it gets sticky. And now you that they are bata for the next 10 years. Remember, you were 17. Bata for the next 10 years. 27 them hold you and you're being deported. You don't know Jamaica like that again. You don't know Jamaica like that again because Jamaica is developing so fast that in a 10-year or decade span, whole different place. Whole different place. Culture set different. People set different. Whole different place. So imagine getting dropped off at the airport. Nobody coming to pick me up. Don't know where me I go. Cause Auntie Marcia don't live where she used to live no more, and she the only auntie where usually care about me still. You know, I have no other family member I can call. That must be frightening. See, when you're going to these other people's place, bring the best you with you. That's all I'm saying. On that one, on that note, see, now here is our great leader. I'm going to switch it to some other topic real quick. Vicky Victory says any area right now is death zone. It's not like back in the day when people used to run go a country. Everywhere in Jamaica you have to skip and dolly. I can't even front. Usually I would be like, not where I come from or not where. But now like up on my place, still nice. We not hear no gunshot bust up on them thing there. Our thing well governed still, right? And for those people who come from around my part, them know what me I talk about. We still have that. But in the wider area, because Clarendon is my place, so I can't lie and be like, not Clarendon, we can't speak for the whole Clarendon because we be in the top two of murderous places now. When a couple of years ago, I used to brag and be like, yeah man, Clarendon, heaven on earth, and this kind of thing. So you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Every which part of Jamaica right now, it can reach you at any time. You know, gunshot globalized now. Oi, gunshot globalized. We have to laugh. We have to take serious thing, make joke. And moving into something else now. Our Prime Minister, the right, Honorable Andrew Holness, he's overseas at the moment, and he is at this conference. See, and at this conference where he's at, they're talking. All the world leaders are meeting up, and they're talking about. He's rubbing elbows with the who's of who's and what's of nots. This is Nationwide 90 FM. Big up to Nationwide because I do take a lot of stuff from Nationwide as well. I don't. Let me see. Wait, give it some time to straighten out. Bruh. Anyhow, Andrew did it. And I straighten out too bad. So this is Prime Minister Andrew Holness along with the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson in a conversation with Prince Charles and Prince William and the Duchess Catherine and Camilla. So he's rubbing elbows with the world leaders and the who's of who's. And the leaders conferred at a reception with members of the royal family at Kelvin Grove Art Gallery. 3 Caribbean prime ministers, including Jamaica's Andrew Holness and Barbados's Mia Mottley, pleaded with the world leaders to act now to save the planet. You see that long pause that we take? I'm about to go in. They're pleading with the world leaders to act now to save the planet. On the opening day of the Glasgow World Summit on Climate Change, Prime Minister Andrew Holness urged them to give climate change, listen to this, listen to me, urged them to give climate change the same level of urgency that they gave to the COVID-19 pandemic. And don't worry, because I'm not saying that word again, the COVID pandemic. All right. Is it me, or we've been asking him for the longest to give crime and violence in Jamaica the same urgency that he has given to the joke and the pandemic? But him gone overseas going to tell people about give it the same urgency. He isn't giving it the same urgency. I said, Mr. Holness, please focus on gunshots and cockpit country. Cockpit country. This is about climate change. Cockpit country. Do you know what will happen to Jamaica if cockpit country is mined out? Cockpit country. So how we are going to save the planet? So we're supposed to save the planet but not save Jamaica. Cockpit country. Sir, gunshot, cockpit country. Focus. I wish somebody was there to say, Andrew, gunshot, cockpit. Yes, cockpit country. Yeah, focus. Right there, bring it in. Yeah, them gone out there, so bring it in, right? So, yes. Gunshot, cockpit country, guns, and gunshot. Yeah. Didn't over 1,000 and something people got killed in your country already for the from January till now? Uh-huh. So, a lot of these Caribbean islands, they have to go years and years compiling numbers to reach the numbers that you guys religiously reach, faithfully reach every single year, right? So shouldn't you be focused on like gunshot, Andrew? And come back. Gunshot. Since you're on climate change and the environment, cockpit country. Isn't cockpit country like the lungs of Jamaica? Oh, it is. So if I puncture your lungs right now, what would happen? You're a fairly educated, you're a highly educated man. So if I puncture your lungs right now, what would happen? You ask your Minister of National Security, Dr. Chan, because he's actually a medical doctor. Because you don't know? You don't know. Yeah. Cockpit country is the lungs of Jamaica. Puncture that lungs and see what happens. It works in the same way, Andrew. Hey, come back right here, right here. You're losing focus again, right here. Can you now give it the same urgency that you gave to the joke and the pandemic? Yeah, you can? Okay. Because before you're going to tell people that overseas, that oh, you want to save the world, try saving your country first. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. Try saving your country first. And that's just my little message to him this morning. Yes? Because I see the foolery. I see the foolery. And why is nobody saying anything? Why is everybody just silent and quiet? They read this stuff, and if you look at the comment section, it's like, one bro, God, him up there with the big name them. Y'all worship these people so much. Oh my God, I'm in the same group with the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Prince Charles and Prince William, Duchess Catherine, big things that are going for Andrew, Why are we focused on those things? And Andrew over there telling them about, may I have to laugh. I have to laugh because the things that our people are interested in versus the things that they're supposed to be interested in is just like such a sharp contrast, Go on, go sell we out, bro, God. Somebody said, go on, go sell we out, bro, God. And next person said, look pan no mask. And we Jamaican them take for Papi show all of the people were more vulnerable. Them in them big group, nobody is wearing a mask. I guess they're all vaccinated, but didn't they say even V people need to wear a mask still? Anyhow, the man no have no mask. That's all they're focused on. Bitter days ahead, not better days ahead. Somebody said bitter days ahead. Jamaica alone, Mr. PM wear mask, Only in Jamaica him wear mask when he want everybody else to wear mask. See me turn up over England there, no mask. What the excitement about? Well, this just confirms it. Another person says, look at the PM without his mask. And then I tell you if you wear mask and all I charge with too. Of course, there's also those comments. Look for me nice, clean Prime Minister. Go Prime Minister. Look for me nice, clean Prime Minister. Look for me nice, clean PM. Go PM. I love you. It's Titania. I love you. Somebody said two side mouth. Andrew is all about the money. Wanna stay there. Moody 876 Good says, wanna get tricked thinking it's a meeting about climate change. And the world them want change. Probably not in the way that you want it to change. Beer laughing. Jamaica, no mask. Only Jamaicans wear masks in Jamaica. So no mask now keep over there. All they're concerned about is if the man wear a mask. No, now wear no mask. This is a do as I say, not as I do regime. I want to know, how long is it going to take for you to figure that out? But my main concern is gunshots and cockpit country. That's it. Because like somebody just said in the comment section just now, and it's scary. It's scary. Somebody just said in the comment section just now, like it's not like one time gone where you could have said, boy, run go a country and country safe and all these things. Anywhere in Jamaica right now, it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So why are we not focusing with the same feverish attitude? Why are we not focusing on that? Because if we ever in Jamaica get to a place where we can say, oh, 10 murders for the year, 20 murders for the year, the amount of people who would have fly in, you see, an extensive vacation and actually start investing their money in. The other morning on this show, when someone called in and said they didn't say anything different from what I have been saying, that's why it's been my focus to speak to Jamaicans like myself who left Jamaica quite some time ago and have been living overseas for quite a while. Also, those who have been traveling around the world extensively over the years and have gained a certain amount of experience. These people are valuable to Jamaica's tomorrow, more valuable than tourists who come today. But it's not seen as that. But a lot of these people are afraid. They really are afraid. They're either afraid to invest their money there, because who wants to invest their money in some place where they probably won't go? Or if they do go, they have to hide when they go, or that kind of stuff. They'd rather invest their money and their expertise somewhere else. You're definitely not getting the expertise from them, because they would have to come back and give it. They would rather give it to some other country or give it to where they're at now rather than come back. So them expertise and their finances are gone, right? And then brain draining continues. If they're the brightest minds out of the island, they get taken away. It's just a matter of time before some big entity from overseas come knocking and say, hey, we have a position for you over here at so-and-so corporate institution, whatever, and they're gone. So gunshot and cockpit country. Health is wealth. If the country not healthy, all else is going to go downhill. If you pollute the waterways, all else is going to go downhill for us. Yes? And that's the way I left it this morning. Jamaica, land we love. Do we now? Andrew Holness is the head of the Jamaican Mafia government. Boy, me not know enough. I don't know. I don't want to accuse him of anything, because here one. I am SouFLo, and when I step around certain places, people recognize me. So I don't want them to recognize me and come here. You know how anytime you say anything about him, them find your yard quick. That they find your yard quick. Next thing you will see me down a police station, turn up in front of Squaddy and talk about Mr. Holness, I would like to apologize. I hear Squaddy said that is not how you address him. It's your excellency, so the queen knighted him and put him in a heart. All right, she added another piece to his name, so address him properly. Okay, officer. Your honorable right excellency, please, sir, I'm sorry. You might see me like that, so I don't want to say nothing too out of the way. Yeah, I want to keep it kosher. But if he's a person with an understanding mind and the best interests of our country at heart, then he will understand what I'm saying. No disrespect is involved in it. I'm not calling him out his name. I'm not describing his family or in a derogatory manner. I'm not doing any of that stuff. He is still who he is, and I respect that position. Being in the military taught me that. Taught me how to respect the position without respecting the person that's in the position, if you understand what I'm saying, right? Because at the buck private, when you run into like a first sergeant or a sergeant or somebody of a higher rank way over you, they might be a shitty kind of person, but you respect the rank. You respect the rank. And keeping with, military protocols, you respect that rank. It doesn't necessarily mean you respect the person. In your mind, you'll be praying, I hope I see you as a civilian, because I'm going to knock you out. I hope I see you as a civilian out of uniform and off base, But once he's in that position, you respect that rank. So much so, I used to speak to them and not look in their face. I look right here where the rank was. Because yesterday ended up where the rank, right? Here and here. But it switched to here. So I started looking at them like this in the middle of them chests, because at the rank, may I address, not you. Because if I really start to address you as a person, I'm going to be in a whole lot of trouble. And they can do a whole lot of things to you in there, man, just for even looking at them the wrong way. By the way, that's called a nonverbal disrespect to an NCO or a non-commissioned officer. And they can have you doing some pretty crazy stuff. Mr. Man, get them whole room move out and put in the middle of the field. Like you gotta move your bed, go downstairs, move your closet, go downstairs, because we have the closet and the board closet up against the wall, move that, go downstairs, move all your clothes, shoes, and everything, and line it up downstairs in the middle of the field, just like how you would line it up in in your bedroom and in the barracks. And then we'll put guard on you in the middle of the field. Everybody mad now because you done freaked up my weekend because now I have to guard you in the middle of a field. I can't go out tonight. So everybody's against you. They get pretty weird. They get pretty weird. I don't know if they do that in Jamaica because I did not serve in Jamaican Army. I served in the U.S. But I can tell you about infantry life, and just for a non-verbal disrespect to a higher ranking, say a non-commissioned officer. See? Protect your dome. Yeah, because it's up north, Clarendon, you know, brother. It's up north, Clarendon, but there. Yeah, brother, man, way up in the hills. Way up into the hills is what me there. See? And we not get them things there. It's still the same thing. People still go a river. People still pretty much talk the same way, walk the same way, move around the same way. The same families are still there. Some people dead off, yes, the elderly, and they're passing away like my grandparents' generation. But it's pretty much still the same. And when you link up now, it's still love. When them see you, them still ball out your name, man. How long me not see you? And it's still love. But once I leave from up in them hills there, I am reminded that I'm in one of Jamaica's murder capitals because it's not nice. You know Clarendon run already. It's so sad to say, but I saw. Somebody said Andrew is working for the deep state. Boy, I'm not make them accusation that I don't know. All I know is he is the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and he can do something. He can do some things differently. Now, but don't mix me in them deep state government talk there. All them talk. I did that did not come out of my mouth. It's not me say it. Me telling us I don't want them come draw down for me. When we reach another place, you know, I was in Jamaica the other day, right? And me and wife I drive out and a soldier vehicle with two, a JDF vehicle with two soldiers and I was following us. It just out of nowhere, boom, end up behind me. I'm turn left, them turn left, me turn right, them turn right, and they were following. I said to myself, in my mind, I was saying to myself, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. But me drive till me don't know when them disappear. Because when people start following me, you know, me start act extra. Yeah, me have one big camera with me, so I start throw up the camera, so I make them say I'm recording and these kind of things. And then me start going like me, I listen to my music and you know, but then me I pay attention to, but I'm acting like I'm not bothered. I'm just seeing the scenery, but you're in the film too, and that's kind of something. Them drive behind, and then I don't know where they turned off to or when them disappear. But when you see two of them, I was like, yeah, it could go down. I don't know. Them not doing nothing. And honestly, I'm not that fearful when I'm in Jamaica. Let me say something before I close this video. We're not gonna go any longer this morning, but let me say something before I close this video. Again, I have never had to worry about me getting pulled over because I'm black, or what's that? A gun? Pow, 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 or any of that. When I'm in Jamaica, me know so law enforcement actually sees me as how they see themselves. It's a psychological thing that's deeper than the surface. You know what I'm saying? That is why y'all see them able to like disarm people, and they would rather fight with them than shoot them and all kind of stuff like that. You know, some people who don't care about you, the first thing they want you to, yep, go ahead, reach for it, because I've been wanting to bake one of you for the long. Reach for it, bow, 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 bow. He was reaching for his wallet. Oh, we thought it was a gun. It don't happen for us like that. You know, them pull up, them talk, them do them thing, I do my thing, we exchange words, go about my business. That's it. It's still love there and it's still a level of respect there. Share the one more joke again. The brother was saying went to Jamaica and he was like, yo, Jamaican police are different, yo. The way they put us off the road, they just pull up in a Jeep. The Jeep ain't had no doors, they had no roof on it or nothing. All I heard was take that bumper cloth off of the road. Oh, what's up? And that's how they pulled us over. He was, he was like, I was nervous as hell because I just want to make it back to the US. I told y'all this before, right? Me not experienced that yet, but I've never had a bad experience with them. See? So with that said, I'll leave that right there. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. And thank you for being here this morning. That is it for today. Have a wonderful day. All right. And I'll catch you too. Take that bumper cloth off everyone know. Oh, what's up? Not, woo, woo, woo. Driver, pull over. Woo, woo. But our thing. How we do things. How we do things kind of different. See? And that's why I be telling y'all, don't stay away too long because you might be frightened out of your skin when it's just traditional. You know? You start forgetting who you are, where you come from, because you got to pick up other people's ways of living, and you think that this is how it should be everywhere that we go. Yes, and we should be dealt with quickly. You ever go to Jamaica, you're there in a line and wait, and everything will take us long, and nothing not upon time and all this, and you're dying and you cuss Jamaica about. Man, that's why, because in Miami, it would be like this, and I would have been got taken care of this already, and we need to step up and simmer. We have our way how we do things. We have our way how we do things. That's why it's important to not stay away for too long. All right. Big up on yourself, people, and I'll catch you right here on Morning Thoughts tomorrow morning. Somebody said yesterday, why do I keep looking over here? Like if my wife is distracting me. And I'll show you again. It's my board. This is where I talk from. All right. Catch y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Maria, I was live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to say thank you. I've had been watching tweet programs, consecutively Monday and Tuesday. I am so proud to be watching your program. I'm trying to share it as much as I can because
That
you're doing such a fabulous job, with Jamaica and just trying to be positive as possible, you know. So
that's a high honor.
yes. So I truly want to thank you for all that you do. Um, I did put a post. I posted.
You posted what?
I posted a couple of days. I think it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That I want to continue with Kevin Smith because he's your representative.
Right.
And I do understand. You know, he's making quite a viral comments and whatever going on with him. People are interested in that. But honestly, for me, it is a wish you can start with your agenda, what your agenda, and see how quickly things will to impact.
All
It's
right.
going to be the stuff.
You're breaking up so bad that I can't. I was gonna just end. I was ending the show just now, but I seen the call coming and I was like, I don't want to. I'll give you opportunity because it's at the end of the show. But now you're breaking up so bad that we can't even hear what you're saying anymore. So,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
But I appreciate you greatly and thank you.
Okay, you too.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bless. All right, people. We out of here. Catch you tomorrow morning right here on SouFLoTV on Morning Thoughts. Big up on yourself. Have a positive day. Try to be progressive and productive. All right. One love. Peace. Oh, peace. Pop up. You wake up.